Well, viewers, Hindus continue to be hounded in neighboring Bangladesh after we saw worrying scenes of attack on Hindus during mayhem in the country last month, which also saw the ouster of Sheikh Hasina. It appears that things haven't changed much. Ahead of Durga Puja festival, now radical groups have hit the streets in Dhaka, warning Hindus. They held a march denouncing the usage of a playground by Hindus where they have been celebrating Durga Puja for years. The demonstration was held by a group and they marched waving signs in Bangla that read "No worship anywhere" by closing the roads, "No pollution to water by idol immersion" and "No worship to idols." This organization has also made a 16-point demand which includes bans on public displays of worship and idol immersions, citing environmental concerns. In fact, they're also opposing the declaration of a nationwide holiday for Durga Puja, saying Hindus account for less than 2% of the population. While radicals are out on the streets threatening and warning Hindus, the head of the Bangladesh interim government, Yunus, is facing protests in the United States. A large group of Bangladeshi nationals in the United States staged a protest against Yunus over the alleged attacks on minorities in the country. The protest took place outside a hotel in New York where Yunus was staying for attending the 79th UNGA session. In fact, the protesters raised slogans of "Go back and step down."
The reason we're here, as you know, unconstitutionally, Dr. Mohammed Yunus took the power illegally. Our humble request, he did not represent Bangladeshi people here.
He is not elected. He has been appointed by students, so he doesn't care. So he doesn't care about minorities. He doesn't care about anybody. He doesn't care about minorities. He cannot care about anybody. So he doesn't represent 170 million people of Bangladesh. So he's illegal. He's not elected. He's forcefully, illegally occupied the country.
So protests taking place in New York as well. These are the concerns that have been raised time and again. Is Bangladesh doing enough remains a question. Let's open this up. Acharya Vikramaditya, spiritual guru, Mithun Vijay Kumar, political analyst, joining us on the broadcast. Dr. Jahidul Bari, columnist and international human rights activist and chairman, also joining us on the broadcast. Mithun Vijay Kumar, extremely concerning protests taking place in Bangladesh, and now you have the latest diktat that has come in as well that very clearly makes it uncomfortable for minorities, and this is despite Yunus saying on record that we are going to ensure that minorities feel at home in Bangladesh.
See, Pratibha, what we are seeing now, it's a worrisome situation in Bangladesh because, you know, the real powers behind the interim government, it has come to light that the real powers are actually the extremists in the country and not Yunus, or at least you can say that Yunus is controlled by these, extremist organizations. And ever since Sheikh Hasina has left the country, we have seen the situation, and minorities, especially Hindus, are constantly under threat. And now with the ban on Durga Puja celebrations, it is very much evident that the extremists in the country, they are calling the shots. And this is happening under the interim government or under the leadership of Muhammad Yunus, who apparently is a Nobel laureate. And it's time that countries like India should step in, intervene, and try to resolve the situation or resolve the problem that the minorities are facing in the country. You see, letters have been sent to temples across the country, and they're demanding 5 lakh. And this reminds of the Mughal period where the Islamist rulers were actually imposing taxes on the minorities. So the situation in Bangladesh is getting worse day by day for Hindus, and I think India should be, intervening in this matter.
It is extremely concerning. Dr. Bari, can Hindus not even celebrate their own festivals in their country?
Yeah, definitely. Why not? I would like to introduce the matter that Bangladesh is a country of religious harmony. And this is not for 1 year or 2 or even for 10 years. It's for the 1,000 years. Many Hindus do their religious festivals over the countries, throughout the countries, and even from the India. Many of the Indian nationals come to Bangladesh to visit their relatives during the Durga Puja festival and the other Puja festivals. And Puja and other religious festivals, Hindus, Christians, Buddhists, and other castes, they enjoy. They offer good festivals. They do it, and I think there is not such happening as it is mentioned before by the gentleman. Some misinformations, I think, going on, and some conspiracies are going on against this government.
But is it a conspiracy? There are reports of Hindus being targeted. They've been singled out and attacked, after which Muhammad Yunus himself had to come on record and assure the minorities in the country. So how can it be a conspiracy when Muhammad Yunus is himself coming out and assuring the people? And even after that assurance, the radicals have taken out a march on the streets and no action has been taken.
Radicals are on the street on which purpose? It should be noted. Is it against Hindus? No. No, there is no evidence throughout the country. Even I didn't get any evidence yet that radicals, maybe they, I would not introduce them as radicals. So they are, I think, some religious persons. They may show their demands. They may demand their some matters from the government, and I think not against Hindus. And Durga Puja is upcoming, and Hindus are feeling better here to
not against Hindus. When they say idol immersion, what do they mean then? Acharya Vikramaditya ji, do you agree that this is just a conspiracy? There's nothing wrong with the Hindus in Bangladesh. These are just conspiracies being floated.
This is not a conspiracy. This is a practical thing which is going on, which is happening in all the Muslim countries, and especially in Bangladesh, Punjab, Pakistan, and everywhere. Wherever the Muslim countries are there, Hindus are not allowed to even take a proper breathe over there. This is the day before yesterday. I read in one of the newspapers that the extremists over there are demanding 5 lakh rupees if somebody is interested in celebrating the Durga Puja. What is this? ये तो हिंदुस्तान के अंदर बेसिकली सबसे बड़ी गलती हमारे पॉलिटिशियन से हुई कि जिस प्रकार से जब पाकिस्तान और बांग्लादेश का निर्माण हो रहा था तो उस वक्त वहां से हिंदुओं को निकाल लेना चाहिए, क्योंकि अगर इतने सालों से हमने एक्सपीरियंस नहीं गेन किया है, हमारा विजन क्लियर नहीं है, तो ये होना था। हिंदुओं के साथ हर जगह हो रहा है और यही होना है, और इसका कोई रास्ता है नहीं, क्योंकि फिलॉसफी जो है, इस्लाम की फिलॉसफी है, वो किसी और को जिंदा रहना देना ही नहीं चाहते हैं। जो अभी 3 दिन पहले अखबार में खबर छपी कि 5 लाख रुपए डिमांड किए जा रहे हैं बांग्लादेश के अंदर, कोई अगर हिंदू पंडाल वहां लगाता है दुर्गा पूजा के तौर पर, तो सोचें क्या स्थिति है। क्या मतलब हिंदू जिए ना, सांस ना ले। और ये हुआ है पाकिस्तान के अंदर। देख लीजिए जितनी भी एक्सट्रीमिस्ट कंट्रीज हैं, जमायत इस्लामी के साथ जब मिलकर वहां पर सरकारों को बनाने का प्रयास किया जा रहा है, तो जमायत इस्लामी की फिलॉसफी है क्या? वो आतंकवादी फिलॉसफी है कि केवल इस्लाम ही रहेगा, इस्लाम के अलावा किसी को रहने का हक नहीं है।
No, but you're speaking about the extremists there. Let's be clear, you're speaking about the extremists there. But Dr. Bari, this is the concern, that there have been incidents, and until you take action, nothing is going to change. The head of the interim government comes out to say that we are going to ensure that minorities are safe in the country, and then you give a free run to people who are out on the streets raising these slogans. And then there are apologists like you who are coming out and saying that this is not against Hindus, this was just a general rally that was being taken out.
I can give you one instance that happened in Uttara Sector 11. There was a field, the field was occupied by the Muslims for the Eid festivals, in fact the Eid prayer, and there the Hindus were going to arrange their Durga Puja festival, and the administration took the Hindus in the mandaps. There are many mandaps in Uttara, big mandaps, beautiful mandaps. And they offered, the administration offered to the Hindu people that do the puja in the mandap, and they are doing that. That wasn't like any extremist or extremism or like anything unhappy.
Okay, so you're saying there's no extremism, all is well in Bangladesh. Mithun Vijay Kumar, are these mere conspiracy theories?
So the way that gentleman was speaking, the extremist empathizer, it feels like he's promoting Bangladesh tourism on this panel. But from the reality, from the news that is coming out, radicals are taking out a march on the streets, they are shouting out slogans. Letters are being sent to Hindu temples, imposing it's a tax-like situation. They are demanding 5 lakhs. So which reminds of the jizya tax of the Mughal period. Then the Durga Puja holidays have been cancelled. But all these things he's not even able to see. So it is unfortunate that we have people who are not able to analyze the real situation and empathize with the people who are suffering there. That's the problem in this country. When something like this comes out, there is a group of intellectuals who are always on the side of the extremists. But whatever be the response of such people, we should be supporting the Hindus of that country, the minorities of that country who are constantly under attack ever since ever since Sheikh Hasina's regime has fallen.
Absolutely.
So
you mentioned the concerns of the minorities in Bangladesh. There have been appeals from across the world, but what's even worse is that there are many apologists who continue to give the benefit of doubt to even those who are out on the streets threatening the minorities in Bangladesh. We'll have to leave it at that. Thanking our guests for joining us this morning.